Good afternoon and welcome to More Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and before we begin, I have an apology to make to you, my viewers, my listeners, and my fans. I will not be getting the Techno Viper with HMS rocket system. I wanted to show it off. I really wanted to get it and show it to you. I thought it was really cool. It sounded really cool, and it was a perfect partner to my His tank that I've shown you on this channel. But the budget wasn't in there this month. $88.88 was just too much money for my channel, for me right now. I want to eat. I like eating, and so a lot of my money went to groceries because, bread's gotten expensive, milk's gotten expensive, coffee's gotten expensive. The cheap coffee is $10 now. And that's just what? Why is the cheap coffee $10? Um, there's a lot that's gotten expensive, and sadly, because of all the additional expenses in my life, with inflation as it is, I am unable to get Techno Viper. There's just no way I can budget for it. $88. I need to eat, and $88 is too much money. I wish I could. I really do wish I could. I had it lined up and everything, but sadly, I needed my credit card this month in order to eat. I needed to use a little bit of the credit card money to eat, and sure enough, that screwed up the budget, so I can't get the $88.88 Techno Viper. If any of you, my beloved listeners, my fans, my viewers, want to send me a Techno Viper with HMS system, I will gladly review it, and I will talk about you on this channel, and I will call out your name because that would be awesome. Um, I just don't have it in me right now, and I'm sorry for that. I really wanted to bring it to you. I really wanted y'all to see it, but I do have some positive news. I set up an email account that you can reach me at. Just check out my info on my page. That little blurb that talks about what my page does and stuff. At the bottom of that blurb is my email, blindprime1987@gmail.com. So, hit me up. Talk to me. I want to hear from you, my listeners, my viewers, and my fans. Whether it be you want to send me something cool, or whether it be you just want to ask me some questions that are not in the YouTube comments. Like, if you want to ask me some questions and don't want it to show up in YouTube comments, talk to me. I'll respond because I love responding. I'm a talker. I like talking. And I love communicating with other people. It's one of the reasons I set this up, so that communication can happen, so we can make little avenues of communication. But I have blathered on long enough. So today, let me talk about something that a listener, viewer, subscriber of mine sent to me, and it's Craig Rock and Roll McConnell, Sergeant Craig Rock and Roll McConnell, and thank you to Roquand for sending me this item, for getting it for me. I really, really appreciate it. And I wouldn't have had a GI Joe to really talk about. And this was sent to me a couple of weeks ago, but I've been so busy doing other things that I just haven't gotten around to him. And you've probably seen in a couple of the videos that I've done in the past, I've had him sitting in the passenger seat of the Vamp because I thought, rock and roll, that's the best place for rock and roll. Passenger seat of the Vamp and the shotgun seat. So let's get into him now. That we've done blathering on and stuff. He comes with some really fun accessories, and we'll talk about those first. First off, I can't find it right now, but he did come with another hand. I put in the devil horns, so for rock and roll, because he's a rocker, and I had him doing devil horns in the passenger seat. But I don't know what happened to his actual hand to grab things. It's somewhere, but he did come with a spare hand, and it's the devil horns, and I really like the devil horns. I think they're fun, and he came with a nice helmet, and it sticks on his head really well, exceptionally well. I don't like how the helmet for Clutch fits. I think helmet for Clutch is just a little too loose, but this guy's helmet is perfect. So we could pull his helmet off and set that off to the side, and we'll talk about his sculpt work in a second. He also comes with this pistol. Wait, where is it? Oh, no, wait. Did he come with a pistol? No, I don't think he came with a pistol. There's a little water bottle on his belt, and yeah, this guy didn't come with a pistol. No, he did come with a pistol. It's right here. Blind people problems. It's a little, what feels like a Beretta, and it's got a little iron sight on it. It's actually, it's rubbery, which is sad, but it does have some wonderful textures, and it's a good little gun. Once again, their gun sculpt molding is amazing. I just wish they would have better materials. Material is very important when you're doing things like this. And if you're going to do rubber, like I said in the past, put rubber on the wheels of our Transformers. Now, let's look at his fun little radio. Oh, it's a fun little radio, right? It's a rubber radio. This feels like a radio that you would have bought for a 5-year-old or something. This is just stupid. Um, I am not very happy with this rubbery radio. It is really really terrible, and I'm just like, why would you do a rubbery radio? But you can put it in his hand. Let's see if you just move that around. You can squeeze it in his hand. That's where the rubbery does come in handy a little bit, but at the same time, you need some solid or plastic to actually stretch these hands out a bit, and instead you gotta do it yourself. There. Are you holding it? No, you're not holding it because you can't hold it. It's freaking rubber, and it's a little too big for his hand. It is. It's like, why? Okay, so slide it in. Come on, it's gonna slide it in. Slide it in. Slide it in. There it goes. All right, there you go. Now he's holding his walkie-talkie, and he can talk to it. And so can you actually get it up to your mouth? There you go. There we are. Yeah, there you go. There you are. Now you can talk and listen to the walkie-talkie. That's pretty good. Do rock and roll, devil horns at the same time. So that's his walkie-talkie, and other stuff that he carries on his person. He's got these cross bullet thing, but that's not actually removable. It is loose. You can kind of get it off him, but that came on him when the figure came in, just like his belt and his holster on his leg. But that's it for his accessories on person. So we're gonna set him off to the side. And let's talk about these accessories over here. So we've got this little, we've got this little box here that you can set this little round of ammunition into. It's really weird. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly, because it's supposed to fit on the side of his big old 50 cal here. I think this is a 50 cal. Nuts. Always knocking stuff over here on Blind Prime. So his 50 cal here is pretty neat. It's also made of rubber, which is really sad. But it has a slot in the side. There it is. I found it with my fingertips. And we can take this little bit of bullet, make sure you point it in the right direction, and then you can just kind of slide it into that slot. It sucks. It's not really the best in the world. Gotta be honest with you. I think it'd been nicer if this thing was made out of some hard plastic, so it would be a little easier to plug these things in, but you can get those bullets in there. And once you get the bullets in there, there's really nothing to hold this thing on. There are little spots there to hold this ammo pack thingamajigger, but not really. There is a way to make it stay on the side, and there's a wrong way and a right way to put this thing together, and I think I've done it the wrong way. I think I did it the wrong way. There's this little box, this ammo box thingamajig, I think is supposed to fit underneath him. Let's see if we set it in there. Yeah, there we go. Now it hangs out, and then, so it hangs out right in front of right in front of the handle to hold the gun on. Ugh. So we can stick that in there. Let's just get the bullets are now just kind of hanging out. We just slide them through. There we go. And there. Yeah, it's supposed to fit into that spot. Let's see. We've got this one right here. All right, we're moving it around and set it up so that ammo. Is that how it goes? No, it doesn't like that way. And it doesn't like that way. Does it like this way? Let's see. Does it appreciate it if I put it in this way? I think maybe it will. No, it doesn't appreciate that way either. Like I said, there's a wrong way and a right way to do this, and I do it the wrong way more often than I do it the right way. And I did it the wrong way again somehow. But it does hang out underneath it, and if you can figure out how to actually assemble that correctly, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to know that too, because this gun has got some really stupid things about it, and especially this end bit here. Look at that. Look at how that's torn up a bit. I don't... this little string of bullets, I just don't understand what it's for. I don't get this guy at all. At least his accessories. His accessories are kind of neat, but at the same time, they're a little weird. and I don't understand them too much. So we got the ammo box, and then we have this little string of ammunition. So we're going to set those off to the side because I think we've talked about them too much now. Though we do want to bring up the ammo box one more time for this long string of ammunition here. And this long string of ammunition's got the same kind of weird end to it that the short string of ammunition had. And we can put the long string of ammunition in here too. But you can't actually put all of the long string of ammunition in there. The box is too small. But you could put some of it in there, and then you just I don't know, thread it through the hole first. So let's go ahead and get that through the little ammo hole there. Come on, come on. Where's the spot? Where's the spot, you stupid thing? Yeah, super annoying. There it is. Okay, all right, found it. I think. Yep, found it. Cool. So you can sleeve these bullets through, and then you can just kind of have them laying out, doing stuff. I don't know. It's not really the greatest gun in the world. It's cool. It is a cool gun, but at the same time, the fact that the handle is being obstructed by this ammo box thing that he's supposed to carry, I'm like, how is this guy supposed to actually utilize this weapon when the only thing to hold it to has got problems? It's wait a second. What in the world? I wonder if I've been doing this wrong. I just thought about something. So let me try something real quick. Where's that box? Where's that box? See, there's this piece that comes down, and we're learning this first time on the show. I did not notice that before, but feeling around and complaining about this, I definitely found it. And let's see. Hey, that weird hole in the box actually slides onto that little piece sticking out on the side there. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? It doesn't hold on well, that's for sure, but I mean it does slide on there. So maybe that's what that little box is for. I don't know. And then up here at the top, let's continue. Let's talk about a few of these gun pieces. So you got this little handle thing that you can put his hand around. That's on top of the gun, so he can hold it. That box fell off again. The ammo can just flow through the hole in the side of the gun. Let's look at how big his 50 cal gun is, and then we're going to get into rock and roll because we've handled his accessories enough. I am halfway a fan of these accessories and halfway not a fan of these accessories. I like how big this gun is. It goes all the way to just above his waist, so you give this gun like 4.5 feet tall, 4 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall. I don't know, but that gun is really neat. It's just a shame it's made out of rubber, and it's a shame that they got all these little pieces, but I don't understand how it's supposed to all fit together. I'm just very confused on that. So let's go ahead and take his walkie-talkie out of his hand and set that walkie-talkie off to the side. Now let's talk about the figure himself, and really, we'll get in depth with him. We'll talk about articulation first. So articulation-wise, he can raise up to 90 on his shoulders, 360 degrees. He's got a little bit of waffle. Oh, not a little bit of waffle. A little bit of butterfly, but not much of a butterfly. And double jointed elbows, really nice. Our hand that spins around and moves up and down with a hinge, but that's it. Other hand doesn't seem to do much at all, even though it's a new hand. They don't seem to have given it any sort of rocker or anything like that, but double jointed elbows there. He's got a really cool thing on one of his arms. It's some sort of bracelet or something. Feels really neat. And the other arm doesn't have that, but I do like the fact that he has a watch. I think the watch is neat. He's got a watch on his other hand, which is pretty cool. Coming down here to his core section here, we've got, he's got a core ab crunch, and then he's on a ball joint connected to his waist. So he can, do things weird. I like the fact that they do like an ab crunch and then a ball joint. I do wish it was ball joint, because then you could even get crazier with it, but some of the thinner figures have that. Now coming down here to his waist, we don't get we can get a 360 degree rotation with the waist. There it is. And we've got kicks up, typical everything with the legs for G.I. Joe Classified, even the fact that the butt panel stops them from kicking back like I would like them to. The double jointed knees coming down here. We've got the boot swivel right below where the pants are tucked into the boots. Always love that. And then typical G.I. Joe Classified foot articulation wise. So now let's go on to sculpt wise. Sculpture wise, they did not do anything with the underside of the feet. They gave us a little bit. There's a little bit of traction and stuff, but there's a lot that they did not sculpt. They did roughen it up and make it feel a bit better than normal, but it would have been nicer if they had actually tried to even everything out so that when he's standing, he's not just standing on the edges of his feet. He's actually standing on the entirety of his feet. Uh, Coming up to the top of the boot, we've got some boot scuff going on the front you can feel with your finger. You got wrinkles from the leather being used a lot. It's really, really nice. I always appreciate the sculpt work they put into these boots. And it seems he's got zipped up. Yeah, his boots are zippers. There's a zipper on each side of the tongue of his boot. Isn't that neat? He's got custom boots that zip up. Coming over here to his pants, wonderful, wonderful textures going on with these, wrinkles all over the place. Everything that we've come to love and expect from G.I. Joe Classified when it comes to the sculpt work. This is why I like G.I. Joe Classified over Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends figures are boring. They're boring, boring, boring to the fingers. To the eyes, I'm sure they're candy, but to the fingers, they suck. They're just terrible. They have no sort of, differential between two figures. There's nothing cool about them. There's nothing unique when it comes to the textures of Marvel Legends. You occasionally get a leather jacket, but that's it. So moving up here to the belt, I really love this belt. I like the fact that he's got some little things on his belt. He's got a water bottle on the side. Got to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, people. Summer's coming up. Drink water, especially if you visit Florida. Drink water if you visit Florida. Coming over here to his chest area, we've got some wonderful muscle textures. We can actually kind of stretch the bullets up all the way. We've felt this before. It seems like he's utilizing previous body sections. I do wish they had given him something over his core body here, but it feels like they actually sculpted in a shirt. He's got rolled up sleeves on each side of his arms, and we can feel in here, if we get the bullets out of the way, we can feel that he's got some really nice sculpt work going on in there. Though I do wish they had added a few more wrinkles and stuff to the shirt. It would have been nice to just a small amount of plastic on this guy. You can feel where the shirt comes up and gets to his neck. You can feel all that, and I do wish I could just, if this thing would just have a plastic peg in the back or a rubbery peg so you could actually take this bandolier off him so I could get under there and really talk more about what he's wearing, because I think he's wearing a necklace, and he is. I think it's a necklace in there, but I can't get my fingers in there exactly to figure out. I don't want to stretch it out too much, but he is wearing something around his neck. It's just hard to figure out what it is with my fingertips. Coming up here to his face, and this is, all the G.I. Joe Classified figures that I felt, that I have had some wonderful face sculptures, and I love it whenever they have facial hair. Like this guy's got facial hair, and it's rough. He's got what feels like a 5 o'clock shadow going across his face. That is neat. Okay, that is some cool texture work right there. Thank you, G.I. Joe Classified engineers and designers, for that. That is really well done. Though I think his jaw's a little thin. Yeah, it's a little weird, but I like he's got a big chin. This guy's got a big chin, and he's got a nice little mouth going on there. I think it's a smile. Yeah, I think he's grinning. And there's a decent nose. He's got some eyebrow action going on there. Really well done with the sculpting of those eyebrows. You can feel the individual hairs. That's cool. Getting in there and feeling the eyes. Really well done. Really well done. Coming up here to his hair. He has got some wonderful hair. It's slicked back. He's doing it a little bit of wing style, a little bit of cut short. It seems that he's just rocking this hair. This is really nice. I like all the textures going on here. This guy is just fun for the hands. Coming down to his arms now, we've got some wonderful textures for his muscles. He's got some wonderful muscles going on here, and I like the shirt rolled up. That is a really nice feature. And then got the watch on his right hand, and then his gloved hand there. You can actually feel. I think that's a gloved hand. I'm never actually sure if they're gloved or not, but it does kind of feel like he's got something over his hand. Coming over here to his other hand, his other arm, you got this really fun wrist thing that he's got around his arm, like a punk rocker would have. and it feels really nice. It's got some wonderful textures to it. Now, his other arm has got about the same muscle textures. Really, really well done. Some people have said he's got tattoos, which is really cool. Anyway, yeah, we've done felt him up all the way, and I like him. I like him a lot. One last test. Let's do the shake test. Yeah, he fails at the shake test. That is bad, but you can do him, make him rock. Okay. My overall rating of rock and roll here, his accessories are a little weird. Rubbery guns, that's always going to take a point off. And so, overall rating for rock and roll, I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. I think that he could be a lot better, but then again, I'm judging him by his peers, and GI Joe those are GI Joe Classified is a tough competition. So yeah, overall rating of rock and roll 7.5 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the show and a blind guy, playing with his GI Joe and talking about all the sculpt and the textures and the feels of it. I really love these figures because, like I've said before, they're fun for the tips. They're fun for the fingertips, and that's nice. It's not as boring as Marvel Legends, and it is. They are just a lot of fun, and I do hate that I won't be able to bring you the Techno Viper anytime soon, because I would really love to talk about him and that HMS rocket system. I was really excited to figure out how that thing felt in my hand. But I have now blathered on long enough about G.I. Joe. I hope all of you have a wonderful day out there. Go out and have some fun. Never forget to take time out of the day to have some fun for yourself, or else you're going to get, stoic and stuff. Till next Prime. Bye bye for now.